Good evening and welcome to Doordarshan Kendra Kohima. I'm Ila Susan with the news. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chairs the 5th National Conference of Chief Secretaries in New Delhi. National Consumer Helpline facilitates refunds worth 45 crore rupees across 31 sectors. DGCA's Inquiry Committee submits report on disruption of Indigo flights. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts in Man Ki Baat program tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired the 5th National Conference of Chief Secretaries in New Delhi. He will also chair the conference tomorrow. The three-day conference, which began yesterday, is aimed at strengthening center-state partnership through structured and sustained dialogue on national development priorities. Anchored in the Prime Minister's vision of cooperative federalism, this conference serves as the forum where center and states collaborate, designing a unified roadmap to maximize the country's human capital potential and accelerate inclusive and future-ready growth. The conference focuses on the theme Human Capital for Viksit Bharat, covering best practices and strategies for states and union territories to follow. Under this theme, the special emphasis for detailed discussion is being placed on 5 key areas: early childhood education, schooling, skilling, higher education, sports and extracurricular activities. Chief secretaries, senior officials of all states and union territories, and domain experts, among others, are taking part in this conference.
The discussions will focus on creating systems that nurture skills, productivity, focus on innovation and employability to support India's aspiration of becoming a developed nation. Conference is based on extensive deliberations between central ministries, departments, Niti Aayog, states, union territories and domain experts. It will focus on theme Human Capital for Viksit Bharat, covering best practices and strategies for states, union territories to follow. Conference will also include 6 special sessions on major government governance and policy themes. Chief secretaries, senior officials of all states, union territories, domain experts, among others, will be present at the conference.
National Consumer Helpline, the flagship initiative of the Department of Consumer Affairs, has facilitated refunds amounting to 45 crore rupees across 31 sectors. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution informed that the initiative has addressed over 67,000 consumer grievances in the last 8 months. It added that with over 39,000 grievances, the e-commerce sector recorded the highest number of grievances and refunds, resulting in refunds of 32 crore rupees. Furthermore, the ministry also highlighted that the helpline has emerged as a single point of access for consumers across the country to seek grievance redressal at the pre-litigation stage. Consumers can register their grievances in 17 languages through a toll-free number, which is 1915. In other news, an inquiry committee headed by Joint Director General of the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, Sanjay K. Brahmani, has submitted its report on operational disruptions on the Indigo flights. The committee was constituted on the 5th of December to conduct a comprehensive review and assessment of the circumstances that led to the massive flight disruptions across the country. The report was submitted yesterday evening by 4-panel committee. DGCA constituted a 4-member committee to assess Indigo's adequacy of manpower planning, fluctuating rostering systems and implementation preparedness. They were also asked to identify the underlying causes leading to widespread operational disruptions. The aviation regulator body also instructed the committee to ascertain the accountability and responsibility for planning failures that led to the breakdown of operational stability. In other news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people of the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on Akashvani tomorrow at 11 a.m. It will be the 129th episode of the monthly radio program. The program will be broadcast across the entire Akashvani and Doordarshan network, the AIR News website, and the News on AIR mobile app. It will also be live streamed on the YouTube channels of AIR News, DD News, the PMO, and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Akashvani will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. And now let's go for a short break.
पापा फीस ज्यादा है।
बेटा
याद है बोनस के कुछ पैसे हमने दूसरे खाते में रखे थे।
2 साल से खाते में कोई लेन देन नहीं हुआ है, शायद इनऑपरेटिव हो गया होगा।
तो अब बैंक जाके या वीडियो केवाईसी से केवाईसी अपडेट कराओ, खाता होगा एक्टिव एकदम फ्री। चलो
कहाँ?
एडमिशन कराने, खाता हुआ एक्टिव।
आरबीआई कहता है
जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
And welcome back. The Customs Clearance Facilitation Committee today conducted a meeting to reinforce stakeholder confidence in New Delhi. The meeting was conducted under the chairmanship of the Chief Commissioner of Customs, Delhi Zone. The Finance Ministry informed that the meeting brought together partners with government agencies, including the FSSAI, Plant Quarantine, and the Drug Controller, alongside trade associations. The ministry informed that during the deliberations, the discussion was held on both the sides on recent policy and digital initiatives introduced by the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, which focuses on the implementation framework within the Delhi Customs Zone. The Finance Ministry highlighted that the stakeholders also raised key operational issues which were constructively discussed, leading to actionable outcomes that will strengthen facilitation and improve efficiency. Moving on, the Indian Immunologicals Limited, or the IIL, one of India's leading vaccine manufacturers, has refuted claims by Australian health authorities over fake doses of its anti-rabies vaccine, Abhay-Rab, in India. In a statement, IIL issued a clarification regarding the alert issued by the Australian Technical Advisory Group on the circulation of counterfeit batches of vaccines since November 2023. The manufacturing company added that the alert does not reflect the current situation. Reassuring healthcare professionals and the public, IIL emphasized that every batch of vaccine manufactured in the country is tested and released by the Central Drugs Laboratory before being made available for sale or administration. The 359th birth anniversary of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, the founder of Khalsa Panth, is being observed at Takht Sri Harmandir Sahib at Patna Sahib, Sri Harmandir Sahib in Amritsar, and across Punjab and other parts of the country today. President Draupadi Murmu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan have extended greetings on the sacred Prakash Utsav of Sri Guru Gobind Singh. In a social media post, the president said Sri Guru Gobind Singh, with indomitable courage and rare sagacity, inspired people to live righteously. Prime Minister Modi, in a social media post, said Sri Guru Gobind Singh remains an embodiment of courage, compassion, and sacrifice.
The Gurudwara was adorned for the occasion, with worshippers participating in devotional singing and remembering the teachings of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, which emphasize courage, equality, and selfless service.
Minister of State for Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Dr. Jitendra Singh, will inaugurate the 58th Pre-Retirement Counseling Workshop, or the PRC, for central government employees and bankers on Monday in Pune. The Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions said that the workshop being held for the benefit of retiring employees is a revolutionary step in the ease of living of the pensioners. It added that in order to facilitate the smooth transition for the retiring employees, various sessions on retirement benefits, Bhavishya Portal, Integrated Pensioners Portal, and Digital Life Certificate will be conducted. And apart from the workshop, a pensioners awareness program will also be conducted for the benefit of retired officials. The ministry further said that an exhibition of pension disbursing banks will also be set up during the 58th PRC workshop, wherein multiple banks will be actively participating. And now on to sports. England ended an almost 15-year-long wait with a spirited victory on Australian soil in the 4th Ashes Test, defeating the hosts by 4 wickets in the Boxing Day contest at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. England broke its 18-match winless streak in Australia, denying the host a series whitewash. The series now heads to Sydney for the 5th and final test on the 4th of January, with England restoring pride after a bruising Ashes campaign which saw them lose the first 3 games in Perth, Brisbane and Adelaide, as Australia retained the urn.
Inside 2 days. While chasing in the second innings, Jacob Bethel top scored for England with a 40-run knock. Harry Brook and Jamie Smith remained not out and helped England cross the finish line. Earlier, Australia were bundled out 432 in their second innings on day 2, setting England 175 to win. The hosts succumbed in the second session on the day 2, with Travis Head top scoring with 46. England head into the last test 3-1 down, but their effort has helped them avoid a series whitewash.
The reports of the district headquarters of Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 9 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 12 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 11 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 13 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Zinebuto had a maximum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Pek had a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And to end the news, here's a recap of our top stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chairs the 5th National Conference of Chief Secretaries in New Delhi. National Consumer Helpline facilitates refunds worth 45 crore rupees across 31 sectors. The DGCA's Inquiry Committee submits report on disruption of Indigo flights. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts in the Mann Ki Baat program tomorrow. And with this, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. Have a good evening.